I know many of us feel like our representatives don't care about us until it's time to get out the vote. But now's not the time to sit on the sidelines. So many have sacrificed too much to make sure our voice counted at the polls. Before the COVID-19 pandemic swooped across the country, we went down to Selma for the 55th anniversary of Bloody Sunday. That's where we met with several powerful Black female leaders who told us the power behind our vote and how Black women have always stepped up for the entire community.
What did it take for us as Black women to be recognized as a powerful voting bloc?
Well, I think, and this is one of the things I think always matters, the numbers show it. And you suddenly begin to see in paper and in writing the difference that women make in terms of the electorate. Then people start to sit up and notice. When you see the difference that Black women can make, when you see 1,500 Deltas as well as those in other organizations standing in doorways trying to make that difference, when you see people who actually say, I'm in office because, and they can point to the difference that women make and that Black women make to put them in the spots they're in, then you start to notice things.
We are literally the decision makers on who gets in office on so many levels, not only our national conventions and elections, but also on the local level. We really enable and embody a lot of power. It's just making sure, I think, through the dedicated efforts, the commitment, continuing to elevate and raise our voices, our collective works, like all of the sororities coming together. We're working very diligently with each other and have been for the past several years on voting rights and voter suppression, and making sure that we are encouraging even our own members to consider running for political office, whether it be your school board, whether it be your city council, running for your mayor, governor, statewide, or federal positions.
Every state election, every local election, all of those are impactful. And Black women have to be at the forefront of all of these things to be able to continue to bring awareness, to be able to bring voice to these issues that impact us, that impact our community, that impact our children, that impact our family, that is going to impact us for many years to come. And get out and do something about it. Because when you look at what is happening now from a political policy standpoint, you have judges that are going to be on the bench for life that have deep-seated beliefs that are counter to what is best for our communities, that is counter to what policies are best for us. And so we have to galvanize whomever we can to be able to get them to understand this is the time now.
For far too long, women thought, well, maybe it's not me. Sometimes there's a mentality of looking to others to make a difference, when you can look in the mirror and say, but wait a minute, I have talents, I have skills, I have passion, I have the commitment, I have the drive, and I know that I can organize and I can get people together, and why not me?
We're the intelligent, strong, and resilient Black women, and then those that will be always there on the ground, in the forefront, making sure that everything happens. We continue to promote and to encourage our young people to do what they need to do, and that is to learn more about what rights we have as voters.
When you can see that difference in the ballot box, there wouldn't be so much issue with voter suppression. There wouldn't have to be so much issue on the census. There wouldn't be such concern about redistricting if there wasn't a reason and importance that made in terms of the electorate.
Because when we join forces with a singular mindset to make sure that we all have the same mission, the same goals and objectives, we can overcome and we can achieve success.
And we can never forget the sacrifices that were made for us, because when we become complacent, it's easy for things to be able to be taken away.
There is no one who should not have equal access and equal rights and the equal ability to try. There was no one that should feel bad because of the color of their skin or think they're anything less than anyone else.
It just takes that one to speak up and speak out, and I encourage everyone that's watching to be that one, because you never know when you're going to change the world. You never know when you're going to start a revolution. And I think that's what Black women are doing. They're saying, we're here, we're bold, we're not going anywhere, and we'll see you at the polls as the #1 voters in the country.
Now, the political process doesn't end at the polls. There's your laws, there's your ordinances of your city and state. Go to your city council meetings. And also reach out to your representatives and talk to them about the issues that matter to you. I'm Star Dunnigan with the Black Magic Project. I reckon.